What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream. What is going on, everybody? We have week 5 NFL action between the Las Vegas Raiders and your Indianapolis Colts. What is going on, everybody? You know what? Let me go get a hat. Hold on a second. My hair is really bad today. We're just going to stick with the blue theme, but I'm going to keep the hat on for most of today because my hair is pretty bad, so I got to get a haircut. But anyways, yeah, man, this is going to be a fun day. Listen, everybody that is tuning in, please be sure to like the stream. It helps the algorithm. It helps it get out to more people. So please like the stream, whether you're watching it on X or you're watching it on YouTube. Please be sure to like the stream. Please be sure to comment in the comment section. So I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys during this while the game is getting ready to be played. So appreciate anyone that wants to have a chat. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. But also thank you guys, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Guys, the amount of subscribers that we've gotten over the last several weeks has been absolutely insane. Absolutely love it, man. And all this couldn't be without you guys and your support. So I greatly appreciate you guys. Just want to say also to start this that this stream is sponsored by FanDuel. Right now, guys, the Indianapolis Colts, they are a 7-point favorite going into this matchup. They started the week at a 6.5 points, so went up just a little bit. Not too surprising because the Raiders are going to be without several key players in this matchup, which we will get into for sure. But anyways, guys, also in addition to that, they have some, let me make sure that I'm following this right. There we go. Also, when it comes to FanDuel, they have a 4-leg same game parlay right now. So if you guys are interested, take advantage of this. There is a Jonathan Taylor and Ashton Genty anytime touchdown scorer for both of those guys. And Jonathan Taylor to reach 80+ rushing yards, and Ashton Genty to do 60+ rushing yards. So if you guys are wanting to take advantage of that, if you put $10 on that right now, you can win over $53 if you hit on that today. So please be sure to check it out. YouTube unsubscribed. Yeah, dude, I tell you what, sometimes that stuff just happens. I don't know why, but again, shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring this stream. What's up, Paul? How you doing, man? Thank you for doing this, Derek. I appreciate you. Of course, Richie, appreciate you hopping in here, man. It is a big day. The Maniac is getting honored today. Darius Leonard announced his retirement from the NFL this week. And he is basically signing a 1-day contract, basically, to retire as an Indianapolis Colt, the team that drafted him. So it's definitely a big freaking day for him. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Great job, Derek. Thank you. Back again from Southwest Florida. Love it. If we lose, we are frauds. No excuses. Get it done, says Super Pony with the $2 super chat. That's right, man. We got to take care of business today. You are heavy favorites. You should be winning this football game. So definitely want to take full advantage of that going forward. So absolutely agree. Thank you guys again for everybody that is tuning in right now. Let's see what we got. We got 20 likes. We got 54 people in here on YouTube right now. Keep liking the stream, guys. Thank you very much. But yeah, Darius Leonard will definitely be honored today. So definitely a big day for the Indianapolis Colts. You know, again, Darius Leonard, one of the biggest what ifs if injuries did not play a factor into his young career, just 5 years into it, and ends up, having all these issues with the injuries. And that is tough, man. That is absolutely tough. We all knew what he was capable of. We all knew what he could do if injuries would not have happened. So it's a big day for him. Hopefully he has a good one, and hopefully the Colts defense does a great job today. Speaking of which, let's go over some of the inactives for both of these teams today. So starting off with the inactives for the Indianapolis Colts: Tyler Goodson, Buddy Johnson, Eric Johnson II, Riley Leonard as the third quarterback, Luke Tenuta, and then also you have Kenny Moore and Alec Pierce. So there were questions about Zaire Franklin and Michael Pittman going into this game. Michael Pittman, who was dealing with a hamstring injury on Thursday, was listed as questionable going into the game, but turns out he's not inactive. So overall, things should be good. Should I rock the Vontae Davis, Bob Sanders, or Zaire Franklin jersey today? I would go with the Zaire one, to be honest. So Michael Pittman being in there, huge, especially with knowing that Alec Pierce will not be available in this game. Alec Pierce, who did practice every day this week, but yet still did not pass the protocol with the third party, saying that he was still showing some signs of a concussion. So obviously we couldn't play him. Very unfortunate. I thought he was going to be back this week, but good to know that Michael Pittman will be available for this game, though, despite the injury concern. Another thing, too, before we hop into the Raiders inactives here, some people may want to know, we know who won't be in the broadcast booth for Fox also. Yeah, we know. But anyways, so I know some people were talking about Adonai Mitchell. That was a big concept this week. What was going to happen with Adonai Mitchell, and come to find out, he will be losing some of his snaps today. Bless me. Oh gosh, man. It's not allergies, I swear to you guys. And I'm not sick, but geez. All right. Anyways, Adonai Mitchell. Yeah, so Adonai Mitchell will not, he's not inactive. He will be playing today, but the role for Adonai Mitchell will be much different. He will be losing some of his reps. So, Ashton Doolin will likely be taking a good chunk of his snaps today. Adonai Mitchell will play in some sense, but definitely going to be losing some of the snaps that he currently had. So he'll have to earn it back, no doubt about it. Hey, Zombie Flanders, what's up, man? Hi, diddly ho. Y'all just watched the end of the Vikings-Browns game. Nice. And speaking of that, the Browns end up losing. They did. The Vikings ended up winning. Wow. It's crazy. Thought the Browns were going to win that one, but whatever. Anyway, but again, shout out to everybody that's just tuning in right now. Greatly appreciate y'all. Only about 20 more minutes here before the Indianapolis Colts get going. Hey, Derek, is Cody joining you? I don't believe he will be. He has church, so doubt he will be in here today. But again, so yeah, Adonai Mitchell going to lose some snaps today. Ashton Doolin will be taking some of them. It'll be interesting to see how Doolin mixes that in with his special teams duties, but we'll have to see going forward. But Thank you guys again for everybody that is tuning in. Be sure to like the stream, comment, and subscribe. CMDSR traveling, so just listening. Love it, man. Love it. But yeah, also going to the inactives of the Raiders. A couple big ones. We know that they're going to be without a couple of their offensive linemen. Colton, their left tackle, being out. Caleb Rogers, another guard. They're going to be without Jermaine Pratt, Eric Stokes, Lakai Fotu. And then some of the big ones, the Raiders are going to be without two of their best tight ends in Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer. So both of their tight ends, who they use tremendously, will not be available for this matchup. And that is huge, especially for a team that is, definitely not very good at stopping tight ends in the middle. That is a major concern. And knowing that we won't have to face Brock Bowers, and Michael Mayer for that matter, is definitely big. No, Myers isn't, you're talking about Jacoby Myers. Yeah. Get us to 100 likes, guys. That's right. Everybody like the stream. You guys, let's get this thing going. I think last week we had over 1,000 likes on the stream, if I'm not mistaken. Appreciate you, Kenneth. But yeah, nevertheless, big news there. And the Raiders are going to have to find new ways to beat the Indianapolis Colts here. And honestly, one of the best ways that they can do that is basically to utilize the run. Ashton Genty, who, started off really slow to start the year, but has really picked it up mainly in the last few games. The first game had 19 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown. That's not much. Obviously, against the Chargers, 11 carries for 43 yards. Nothing crazy there. And then Washington in that blowout loss did start to look a little better, had 17 carries for 63 yards. And then obviously in their loss to the Bears, no, Cody, we're not doing the scoreboard today. I told you I have to figure out how to I have to figure out how I'm going to put numbers in on the scoreboards right now. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But Chicago, he had 21 carries for 138 yards and 1 touchdown. So he definitely figured something out in that Chicago game. They said he fixed his stance, and that's what really helped him out. I certainly hope that that's not going to be the case today, but we have seen the Colts haven't been great at stopping the run this year. So definitely a concern going into this. JT has several long touchdown runs against the Raiders. Hope to see a couple more today. Yeah, absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. JT in the last, ever since he's been drafted, has had some really good players for them. So we'll see how that works for them. What up, RJ? Doing, man? Run the damn ball. Yes, sir. Run the ball today. Figure it out. Just make it easier on Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones trying to get a comeback, from that last week. I don't think Daniel Jones played horribly against the Rams. Certainly was far from his best game. Far from his most efficient game, obviously. We'll need to try to get back to what works. Again, we got to make sure those throws are on point and making sure things will work. Yeah, Jonathan Edwards. Yeah, well, or no, not Jonathan Edwards. Mekhi Blackman, I think, is going to be the starter for the Indianapolis Colts at cornerback moving forward until somebody else comes back, I believe. That's from what the people are saying that I've heard. So we'll see how it goes. Should be interested to see this Michael Myers stance I keep hearing about. Yeah, I mean, he just stands straight up. I don't know what it is, but he stands straight up, and it seems to work for him. Want to see a breakout game with Warren? Yeah, I mean, I certainly hope that he'll have a great day today too, man. I really hope he will. Latu with a couple sacks today. Warren with first receiving touchdown today. JT with a rushing touchdown. Bynum another pick. All right. All right. Couple of predictions there. That would be a huge day if we could get that type of situation. I hope Latu reigns havoc on the Las Vegas Raiders. I will tell you what, that Las Vegas Raiders offensive line, they are struggling right now. They got a lot of injuries. I think outside of Cam Ward, I think Geno Smith has been sacked the second most time in the NFL this season. I think he's been sacked 12 times through the first 4 games of the season. So averaging 3 sacks a game right now. Not very good, especially when you consider the fact that I think Daniel Jones has only been sacked like 4 or 5 times at the most. So definitely need to definitely want to see him get something going there. Only get to watch the first 30 minutes, so I low-key hope we start with the ball. Oh, man, that's funny. Okay, that's good there. Just making sure I'm ready for this game. Wonder how many points Mitchell will give the Raiders. Geno should have a few turnover-worthy plays today. Yeah, he has had quite a few interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of bad turnovers. So, I mean, again, you're facing a Raiders team that is down a bunch of weapons and also has been very turnover work prone early this year. So the Colts need to take advantage of that. They have to be aggressive defensively. They have to. Put AR in there as a wide receiver for a couple of surprise plays. That'd be hilarious. I hope AD Mitchell gets some sort of get back moment today. Yeah, I hope so at some point soon he does. He's just had so many moments where the weight of the world is crashing down on him. I really want him to be able to have that moment of that Marvin Harrison Jr. moment from a few weeks back where he makes a huge play and it's like, oh, okay, I can breathe again. I know I can do this. Like, why wasn't I doing this? You know, so I hope that he'll have that. Genty over or under 90 yards rushing, what you think? If they give him the ball 20 plus times today, I think that he could potentially do that. Let's have a game, Indy. Yes, sir. I hope we do it, man. I hope we do just fine. Honestly, it's kind of nice being back on the 1 o'clock slot today. I don't know how you all feel, but yeah, I am very happy to be back on the 1 o'clock slot here. Don't get me wrong. I like the attention of getting those 4 o'clock games that, you know, more people get to watch us play. But sometimes it's just nice to have the 1 o'clock games and make it work. $200 yards from JT. My fantasy needs it. I mean, I'll tell you what, he's had a couple of games against the Raiders where he's gone over 130 yards and a couple touchdowns. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if JT ends up making that happen. You excited about Leonard being in town? Also, favorite memory with Leonard? Yeah, of course I'm excited about Leonard being back in town. Obviously, signing a one-day contract to officially retire with the Indianapolis Colts. I love that. He has always been an Indianapolis Colt. He always will be an Indianapolis Colt. And you know, my favorite memory, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you guys a funny story. Some of you may not know this. Leonard put a couple of our sound bites from our podcast on a couple of his hype videos back when you know, the games when he was still playing to start the year and everything. He put a sound bite of me talking about how people were disrespecting him and all this stuff, and even put a part of our intro into one of his videos too, where we had him and his interception and his pick six against Jameis Winston. So that's probably my favorite moments of when it comes to Darius Leonard. I love it. Hey, Evan, how's it going, man? I hope Warren has a good day today. Hope so. I think they said he only needs 51 receiving yards to pass Brock Bowers for the most receiving yards by a rookie tight end in their first 5 games in NFL history. Appreciate that, Sam. Thank you. Roof closed today? Yes, it is. I get to watch the first 2 hours, then I have to work. Oh, okay. So you get to watch the first half then. I get that. What's your favorite Ohio team, Browns or the Bengals? The Ohio State Buckeyes. But if you're gonna make me pick one of them, I'd probably go Browns if I had to pick one of them. But in regards to Ohio teams, I don't support Ohio teams outside of the Reds and the Buckeyes. That's it. Seven picks in 4 games. Yeah, definitely. Get the popcorn ready. Cam Selly coming. I hope so, man. Hey, Tina, how you doing? See how many likes we are at with this stream, man. Where are we at? We're at 77. So we have 300 people watching across X and YouTube combined. People, if you're watching on X, please come over to YouTube and watch it over here. It helps us bet more in that regard. But like the stream wherever you're watching, please, it gets it out to more and more people. Retweet if you're on YouTube or on Twitter, and then also like the stream on YouTube. It helps the algorithm. It helps to get more people. I'm just here for Derek's weekly aneurysm. I feel that. Last week I almost had one, dude. I know y'all know that. Would love to see AD have a good game. Well, we'll see how many reps he actually gets. That's the thing. Not a fan of the 1 p.m. slot, 4 p.m. or later because of serving at church. I get that. How we doing, Derek? So glad the Gators won yesterday. Can't wait to see the Colts get the dub today. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Oh, that Texans game where Leonard got the punch out. Dude, I know. I remember that. Cody and I actually did that stream together in that moment and saw it together. So that was one of the few times that Cody and I were on stream and we had a moment like that together. So that's awesome. Clips from your podcast so he watches you. That's amazing. Yeah, I know. It was awesome. I loved having the fact that that Shaq knew us. I mean, I love that. Maybe you'll be on the big screen today. I wish, man. I wish. on my way to Wisconsin, so I'm glad I have somewhere to listen to the game on. Love it, man. Appreciate you, Richie. Thanks for hopping in here, man. I got you, man. Why should be open so Ursay can shine down. I get that, man, but it is hot, here in the Midwest right now. I think today it's actually supposed to hit 85 degrees. So if it's anything above 75, usually the Colts are keeping that thing closed. If it's between if it's in the 60s, maybe the very low 70s at the most, then they'll keep it open. But it's just it's too hard to. It just gets hot when you're in there and you have that roof open, man. And they're using up so much power when it comes to trying to cool the place down. What's up, Kava? What up, Michigan Wolverines? How you doing, man? Really wish we didn't have an international game this year. I hate those. In all honesty, I'm kind of happy with the fact that we have an international game this year. I can't wait to cover that when that game happens, because for me, I can get the content done by the time the 1:00 slot gets here, and then I can just watch football all day. Yeah, it's pretty much how it works. How they're going to handle Crosby. Well, the good news is Matt Gonsalves is back today, so thank God for that. Thank God our offensive line is back to being functional at 100% now. Very good to see. If the Indianapolis Colts have a full offensive line, then things usually go pretty dang well. Harris Moshra for the $2 super chat. Let's go Form 1. Come on, we got this. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Game is about to start. Checking in on an island from in the Pacific. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well, man. But let's do it, man. It looks like the Indianapolis Colts are going to receive the ball first. And here we go. 365 people watching across YouTube and X. Indianapolis Colts versus the Las Vegas Raiders in Indianapolis. And here we go. Anthony Gould will catch it a yard deep into the end zone. Makes one guy miss and gets brought down at the 29-yard line. And that is where we will see this Indianapolis Colts offense, who, again, you look back just at the entirety of this year. I mean, they had a couple of bad turnovers and a couple bad possessions last week, but this offense has been extremely hyper efficient so far this year. And it's being led by Daniel Jones, a name that nobody expected to be doing the things that he's doing. But here we are. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jones in the shotgun with Taylor, ball at the 29. High snap, but Jones gets it. Caught by Warren, who is brought down at the 34, maybe the 35. So that's a gain of at least 5 on first down. Again, no Alec Pierce in this offense. Again, did not clear concussion protocol, but the rest of the offense is good to go. Offensive line is back at full strength. And no other injuries on the offense, so hopefully can keep things going. Ball's at the 34. Jones going to hand it off to JT, who Max Crosby destroys Braden Smith and makes him lose a yard. Colts went right at him, and he lost at least 2. That's going to be the matchup today. Braden Smith just gets absolutely destroyed off of the block, and Crosby just humiliated him there. That's going to be the one thing the Colts are going to have to try to figure out. Empty backfield, 3rd and 7. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Raiders with a bunch of guys up on the line. Jones has time, though. Finds his guy, hits Pittman. He's short. There is a flag, though, and they're going to call an illegal formation on the Colts. Either way, it's going to be 4th down, and the Colts are going to have to punt. So the Colts obviously lined up in a weird spot there, but nevertheless, the Colts were not able to get the first down. Very rare that the Colts don't get at least a first down to start the game. I mean, the Colts on their opening drives this year have been absolutely phenomenal, and the Colts will have to punt right away to start this game. That has not happened yet this year. Sanchez back to punt, gets it away. It is a booming punt. It's caught at the 6. And he is brought down at the 14-yard line by a couple of guys. And Geno Smith will come out now. Has been really good on the road, stretching all the way back to last year. But this year, it's been a little bit more of a struggle. But again, this Raiders offense that is missing both of their star tight ends and a couple offensive linemen here, we will see how it affects them going forward. First down and 10, ball at the 14. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Smith in the shotgun with Genty. It's going to be a pass. Smith has to get rid of it quickly. He hits Genty in stride, and he's brought down at the 43. DeForest Buckner got in there and hit Geno Smith as he threw, but Genty on the wheel route, and this is going to be the scary part of this game. The Colts don't have great coverage linebackers, and if Genty can get that aspect of his game going, this is going to be a long day for the Colts. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end on the right. It's going to be a run here, and Genty is swallowed behind the backfield. Nick Cross on the tackle. Nick Cross came in on a blitz. No one really blocked him. And that is a loss of 1. Again, shout out to every single person in here right now. Please be sure to like the stream, comment, and subscribe. 3 receivers to the right, 1 tight end on the left. Smith under center. Myers is going to motion. It's going to be another handoff for Genty. Genty gets brought down at the 49, but that is a gain of 7. So it'll be 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Raiders. Very manageable. Again, Ashton Genty, who in that last game against Chicago really figured out something in that rushing attack. And despite all the issues that the Raiders have had on their offensive line, was able to run the ball very effectively. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver on the right. Genty in the shotgun with Smith. Smith has time. He's just going to dump it, and it's caught. And he is brought down at the 45, and that is a first down for the Raiders. Tackle made by Beck, or catch made by Beck. Colts just playing in the zone and weren't able to get to the guy in time, and Geno Smith had time back there to diagnose. So the Raiders moving the ball here. Smith under center. 1 receiver to the right and left, and a tight end on both sides. It's going to be a handoff here for Genty, and Genty gets to the 43 before being stuffed. Zaire Franklin on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Just under 10 minutes left in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left. Geno going to throw it quickly. It is caught by Myers. As a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 2. That's actually Trey Tucker on the catch there. Second, 3rd down here for the Raiders. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ball at the 37 of Indy. It's going to be a quick action. He's just going to dump it, and he gets him. Again, Blackman knew the guy was, I don't know why the Colts played so far off. Blackman just, when the receiver went in motion, Blackman never came down, and the receiver just stayed wide open in the flat, and Smith just gets rid of it. Right now, the Colts are just playing way too far off on this Raiders offense right now. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Genty and another running back in the backfield. Smith just going to dump it down, and tackle is made by Zaire Franklin. That was number 80, Ian Thomas, the tight end. It's a gain of 4. Geno Smith, 4 for 4 to start this drive. Two receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end on the right. Ball's at the 29. Tucker will go in motion. It's going to be a run here. Genty gets to the 20 and is brought down finally. But the Colts linebackers just are not following the run at all. Bashi, who saw the receiver go in motion after the handoff, just abandoned his run gap, and Genty had an easy 1st down run. Raiders now in red zone territory. 2 tight ends on the right, 2 receivers on the left. It's going to be a jet screen here. Tucker gets to the 12 before being brought down. It's a gain of 8. Raiders moving. Excellent blocking by the Raiders on this drive. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Geno in the shotgun with Genty. Colts bring in the pressure. Geno gets the ball batted at the line of scrimmage. The Colts brought the blitz. Mike Hilton off the backside. Geno is very lucky that he was fading to the right. Great play by Bashi to bat that ball away, because if not, Genty probably has a 1st down. So now it'll be 3rd down and 2, the third down of this drive. Tight end on both sides, receiver on both sides. Colts with 8 in the box. Geno's just going to run it forward, and he does get the 1st down. Colts were not expecting a QB sneak, and he got all of it. So now to be 1st down and goal. There's now 6 minutes. The Raiders on a 7-minute drive so far. 1st down and goal at the 9. Can the Colts defense stop them in goal line situations? The Colts have been pretty bad this year at doing that. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end on the right. It's going to be a run here for Genty. Genty gets to the 3 Big run there. Yeah, not a great start defensively for this Colts defense. Hopes it gets better as time goes along, but it has not been great to start. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, tight end on the right as well. 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Geno has time. Geno is sacked. Brought down by Tyquan Lewis, and that is a loss of 10. Geno, it was supposed to be a RPO and then a fake to the left side, but nobody was open, and Tyquan Lewis was able to beat the block on the outside, was being blocked by the tight end, who then released. He was open, but Geno didn't throw it to him, and Tyquan gets credited with the big sack. 3rd down and goal at the 14-yard line now. Empty backfield. It's going to be a quick screen for Genty. Genty makes a few guys miss, but is brought down finally at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 8, but it's 4th down and goal. I presume that the Raiders will probably kick the field goal here. So, yeah, the Raiders will come out to kick the field goal. So this will be a chip-in shot of a 24-yarder. Almost as close as you could possibly get. And that one goes through the uprights. So the Raiders will strike first. But again, the Indianapolis Colts were down that way last week too. But we still bounced back. We'll see what this Indianapolis Colts offense can do. That was a very long drive. Like, I mean, that was, I got to see just how long that actually was. I mean, that was a 10-minute long drive. 10 minutes. Again, shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring this stream. Be sure to check them out today, guys. Thank you so much. 565 people watching across X and YouTube combined. Please, guys, keep liking the stream, comment, and subscribing. You liking the stream, it helps the algorithm. It helps it get to more people. So please be sure to do that today. Thank you, guys. I mean, again, that first play that Genty had, that wheel route, that really got it all started. Because, again, it took them from the 15-yard line all the way to the 40. So it really opened a lot of things up for them. So I'm not surprised at what we saw there. Just hopefully the Colts offense can come back out and respond by what we just saw. Again, thank you to everybody that is tuning in. Greatly appreciated. 16 play drive with 81 yards and 10 minutes long, only to get a field goal. It's wild, man. Now the offense got to go out there, kill some clock, and let this defense catch its breath for a minute. Kick is away. Doolin will catch it at the 2-yard line and will return it. Makes one guy miss. Doolin, he has guys to beat. Doolin still on his feet. Doolin going, and it's a touchdown. Ashton Doolin returns it for a touchdown. Ashton Doolin. That is how. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Never mind. There's a flag. Hold on. Are they going to. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know. Hold on. Never mind. Return. There was a hold on the return. Can never have nice things. Never. Can never have nice things. So, doesn't matter. What Ashton Doolin took it for a touchdown, and there was a hold. Are you kidding me? No shot. No shot they called that a flag. Are you kidding me? That is so trash, dude. That is the worst holding call I've ever seen in my life. That is so bad. That is the worst holding call I've ever seen in my life. That is trash. So now the Colts will start at the 17 instead. Jones back to pass. It's 2 downs, who gets pushed out at the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 9. I don't know if they gave him the first down or not. It looked like he was short, but good first pass there. They did give him the first, so it was actually a gain of 10. Receiver on the right and left, tight end on both sides. Going to be play action for Pittman. Pittman breaks one tackle, somehow stays up, and finally gets brought down at the 43-yard line. Tackled by a couple of Raiders players there. Crosby getting into a little late antics there. All right, first down and 10. Play action once again. He has time, fires over the head of Doolin. He was open, but didn't get the ball down. Doolin was open. Daniel Jones didn't have his feet set. 1:47 left in the first quarter. Second down and 10. Colts not able to run the football yet in this game. We'll have to see if that continues. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left. It's going to be another pass. Jones going to hit Downs. Downs gets to maybe the 48. That's a gain of at least 8. Be third down and short coming up. Downs getting targeted early in this matchup. Excuse me. Third down and 1. Colts bringing in their heavy package here. Daniel Jones just going to rush forward, and it looks like he's going to get to the first down marker. They're going to give him that. Just under a minute left here. Likely will be the last play of the first quarter. Again, this quarter is just going by so fast. I feel like these Colts games go by so fast with the amount of time just runs off. Again, shout out to 620 people watching across YouTube and X right now, guys. Thank you so much. Three tight ends on the right, one receiver on the left. It is going to be a run here. Jonathan Taylor gets to maybe the 42-yard line before being brought down. That's a gain of 4. And that will likely take us to the end of the first quarter. Colts lining up quickly, maybe trying to potentially get the Raiders to jump off sides here. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, they are not going to snap it. So that will be the end of the first quarter. Raiders strike first. Colts are moving down the field, though. Why does every big play that the Colts get nowadays always have a flag on it, man? Why is it always got to be like that? Another week, another touchdown taken away by a holding call. Literally. Sucks, man. Every single week. Everybody do what Cody said. Everybody like the stream. But if we're going into the second quarter, Colts, it'll be 2nd down and 6. Colts in enemy territory now. This is typically at the part of the area where the Colts typically are a little more aggressive in enemy territory, going for it on 4th down. Game in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana, Lucas Oil Stadium. Beautiful stadium. Here we go. Start of this second quarter. 3-0 Raiders. Ball at the 42. 3 tight ends set again, and a wide receiver as well for the Colts. JT going to get another handoff. JT bullies forward to the 40. Doesn't get much more after that. Crosby is just throwing all these cheap shots at players at the end of plays, and it's getting ridiculous. 3rd down and 4 coming up. As we said, this is where typically the Colts get aggressive, knowing what is coming for knowing the position they're in. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left. Jones in the shotgun with Taylor. Pittman will motion inward. Jones fires, finds Tyler Warren for the 1st down. Brought down at the 21. Gain of 19. Great job by the offensive line, giving Daniel Jones enough time. And Warren just left right there in the middle of that zone. Nobody accounted for him, and Warren just makes it look easy. Great job by Warren securing that football, not letting that thing go anywhere. And the Colts in deep in Raider territory. 3 receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Pittman will motion left now. It'll be another pass. Jones just dumps it to Jonathan Taylor, who gets brought down at the 13, and that is a gain of 8. Great job there. Great job hitting him in stride. After this, we will take a look at our NFL schedule. 3 tight ends set on the right again, and Pittman out on the left. Jones under center. Jonathan Taylor gets the first down, brought down at the 8. That is a gain of 4. There is a flag, though, and that is going to be called back, so never mind. The flag was thrown really late, but God, Max Crosby is annoying. Going to get Braden Smith again, who has just been the target of Max Crosby a bunch today. I don't know who they got that on. I mean, there's a couple of guys you could have argued, but nevertheless, it is now going to be 2nd and 12 for the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are in the middle of the pack when it comes to penalty yards per game this year. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the right as well. It's going to be another pass. Raiders bringing it. Giddens was not prepared for the ball at all, and it's incomplete. Jones had to throw it away because the Raiders were bringing an all-out blitz. Man, if he would have hit Doolin. Doolin was wide open, but Jones just had to get rid of the ball quickly. 12:30 left in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 2 on the left. Giddens in the shotgun with Jones. Now Downs on motion left. Jones has time, fires, hits Downs. Downs makes 1 guy miss, makes 2 guys miss, and gets the first down. He gets to the first down marker. Josh Downs, the magician. Gosh, he is so good at making people miss in open field, man. It's scary how good he is. The Raiders just let him catch that underneath route, makes the first guy miss, spins out of another one, and then the safety coming in just couldn't get him. First down and 10 at the 11-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Warren and Taylor in the shotgun with Jones. It's going to be a handoff to Warren, and Warren is going to throw it in the back of the end zone. There is no one there. They were trying to get Warren to throw a pass to Michael Pittman, but the Raiders didn't fall for it. There's that trickery I was wondering about on whether or not you would see that, but nobody was open, and Tyler Warren just has to throw it away. Colts got to get in the end zone here. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Jones throws it. Caught by Warren, and it's a touchdown! Tyler Warren. No flags. No flags. Hold on. No flags. No flags. Let's go. Tyler Warren gets his first receiving touchdown on the year. Got his first touchdown last week against the Rams, but that was a rushing touchdown. This time it's just a simple out route. And the line, and no, that was Chin, Jeremy Chin, the safety, didn't react in time to Warren. And Warren ends up taking it in for 6. Schrader's extra point is up and good, and the Colts respond with their own 7-minute, almost 7-minute drive and get the touchdown to take the lead. Tyler Warren. Yes, Tyler Warren is left-handed. Tyler Warren gets it, man. Love that. Love it. Tyler Warren, let me look at this box score here. I don't need to know everything. Tyler Warren, 3 catches for 35 yards already on the day. Shout out to 725 people watching across X and YouTube combined. Again, if you're watching on X, come over to YouTube. Watch it over here. It helps us more if you're watching it over here on YouTube. Super Pony with the $2 super chat. God bless the Chicago Bears. Yes, sir. We'll say it every time. But again, shout out to you guys. Please like the stream. It helps the algorithm. It helps it get out to more people. Please do that. Comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Greatly appreciate everyone. Thank you. But yeah, let's keep going here. So, NFL schedule here. Let's look at some scores. Right now, as it stands, Cowboys and Jets tied at 3 apiece. Giants leading the Saints 7-3, nearing the end of the first quarter. Dolphins leading 3-0 over the Panthers going into the second quarter. Broncos and Eagles tied at 3 apiece coming to the end of the first quarter there. And the Texans stand at 7-3 over the Ravens as they're starting the second quarter. So a lot of low-scoring games right now. Nothing too crazy or out of hand. We'll see what happens. But anyway, the Texans actually make it a 10-3 ball game. Tyler Cook with the Canadian 5. What's it like being in Lucas Oil? Oh man, the atmosphere is great, man. Like, I mean, honestly, people say Indy fans are not as loud when it comes to other stadiums. Honestly, dude, it gets pretty loud in Lucas Oil, man. When we're rocking, it's rocking in there, man. And overall, the environment, it's cozy, you know? It's very cozy, but you feel at home. Ball is caught at the 4-yard line. Will be returned, and he is brought down at the 30. And the Raiders offense will come back out now. We saw that nearly 10-minute drive the last time that the Raiders were out here. But the Colts offense was able to stay on the field for quite a while, giving that defense a little bit of rest going into it. But here we go. 11:27 left in the second quarter. Colts with a 7-3 lead. Lamons is out there now. 3 receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Genty in the shotgun with Geno. Colts bringing it. Geno just has to get rid of it. He finds Tucker, and he is brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 12, and it's a first down. Again, the Colts playing in that zone coverage. Tucker wide open in the middle of the field. Tyler Warren selected with the 13th overall pick in the draft this last year, 14th actually. And it was a big pickup for the Indianapolis Colts. 3 receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Trips formation out here on the right side. Tucker will motion. It's going to be a run here. Is that not a hold? That's a hold. Yep, it's coming back. Oh, and Raiders offensive lineman is down too. Zaire Franklin on the blitz. Got held. The Colts were still able to hold him to 1 yard, but it looked like one of the Raiders offensive linemen was down, but it looks like he's back up. Might have just been a stinger or something, but yep, the center held Genty there. And Genty held Franklin, and Genty wasn't able to get anything. Great call there. And it'll be first down and 20 now for the Raiders. One receiver on each side, two running backs back there. Tight end on the right. Gino. He's going to run it with Genty. Genty gets hit by Tyquan Lewis, gets a gain of maybe 2. Maybe it looks like more like a yard. Great job there by Tyquan Lewis to bring that one down. So they will give him the 2 yards. Okay. But that's where you want. You don't want Genty to be getting these 6-7 yard runs on you. You don't want to make it easier for the Raiders. 3 receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Shotgun with Gino and Genty. It's going to be a pass. Colts bringing the pressure. Genty couldn't catch it. It was a bad throw by Gino. And it'll be 3rd and 18 now for the Raiders. Hey, Cold Blue. Cold Blue. So it'll be 3rd and long coming up on this one. About to head out? Okay. Give me 1 second. Is anybody here? Oh, Daxton's here. Okay. Yeah, I thought I heard you downstairs. Here we go. 9:43 left in the second quarter. 3rd down and 18. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. There's a lot of confusion on the Colts defense right now. I hope they called a timeout. They did not. They're just going to throw it deep, and it's incomplete. Woo! It looked like Thornton Jr. had it, but Edwards, the undrafted free agent, getting some snaps with the injuries to the Colts secondary, gets that hand in there and knocks it away. Thornton had a step on Edwards, but had to come back to it a little bit, and Edwards was able to get his hand in there. Gino had to get rid of it quickly because Cam Bynum was coming in on the delayed blitz, and the Colts are going to get the ball back. And it's blocked! The Indianapolis Colts blocked the punt! The Colts are going to get it! The Colts are going to get the ball at the 7-yard line! Holy cow! The Colts block it! Oh, and Cole is hurt. Alubi came in off the left side and blocked the punt. The first big special teams play for the Colts of 2025, and Alubi is running to Pat McAfee's corner to get lit. Alubi blocks that perfectly. Beautiful. And the Colts are going to get the ball inside the 10. What a special teams play. I have to keep an eye on the punter. Cole for the Raiders was limping on that. But the Colts start at the 8. Receiver on each side, tight end on each side. Jones under center. It's going to be a handoff to Jonathan Taylor. Taylor is met at the line of scrimmage, gets half a yard, and that's going to be it. So 2nd down and goal, still at around the 8-yard line. Would love to see the Colts be able to capitalize. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the right now, and Tyler Warren on the left. Jones in the shotgun. It's going to be a pass. Jones has to get rid of it quickly. Lobs it up. That has to be a flag. Yes, thank you. Okay, thank God. I was going to say practically tackle Taylor on the way to the end zone, so that'll be an automatic first down and likely at least half the distance. Yeah, I was going to say that is an easy call. The linebacker was up against Taylor, never even gave Taylor a chance to come to that ball. Jones was hit right away. The Raiders were bringing an all-out blitz. Ball be placed at the 2. 2 tight end, or 1 tight end right here. Jones, play action. Jones has to just throw it away. They were trying to run a design play to Bernard Ryman, and that did not work. The Colts are really trying all these fancy trick plays right now, and none of these trick plays are working for the Colts right now. They brought in an extra offensive lineman on the right side, and it didn't work. So now to be second down and goal at the 2. I would like to see the Colts just try and run the football here. 3 tight ends set again. You know it's going to be a run. Jonathan Taylor, nowhere to go. Gets stuffed at the line, maybe even loses half a yard. Max Crosby, guess who? Why are the Colts running play action or running from the shotgun, running the football right now? Just go under center. Ball now at the 3-yard line. Raiders, one of the best red zone defenses in the NFL. 3 tight ends set again. An extra offensive lineman out there, actually. They are going to run it. JT has a block, and he gets in. Touchdown, Jonathan Taylor, and another touchdown for the Indianapolis Colts. That's good for my fiance's fantasy team because she has Jonathan Taylor, so there you go. If you have Jonathan Taylor, you got your touchdown in for the day. It's going to get in there, all right? Jesus. And Quentin Nelson on the pull block, and Jonathan Taylor just had to beat one guy, and Jonathan Taylor makes it easy, and the Colts capitalize on the blocked punt. And Schrader's kick is up, and that one barely sneaks in, but it's going to be 14-3, but there's a flag. Let's see what this flag is. See what this is. Oh, they're going to call roughing the kicker on the Raiders. Schrader grabbing at that leg. I hope he's okay. It looked like he was. I don't think that there's any severe problems there, but definitely a scare there. Oh, nope. Schrader is still down. And that is a very bad concern. That is a major concern. Hope Schrader is okay. Remember, Cole, the punter for the Raiders, got hurt on that blocked kick by Alubi just a few plays prior to that. Again, Spencer Schrader, who has been dominant for the Indianapolis Colts this year, only has missed 1 kick so far. You leaving? Yep. Don't know how serious that that's going to be, but okay, so Schrader is walking off with a little bit of help right now, but definitely very stiff on that leg. So he is walking. Thank goodness for that. But definitely does not look like he will be kicking for the remainder of this game. I don't know what and the punter for the Raiders, Cole, is being carted off as we speak. So both of these teams dealing with injuries here. Very rare that happens where both teams are having issues with kickers. Rigoberto Sanchez will be back to kick now. Back there. And Sanchez will kick it, and that is going out of bounds. So Sanchez is going to put the Raiders at the 40-yard line. Again, Rigoberto Sanchez, who is not used to kicking the football off of a tee like this. But Raiders are going to get great field position here to start. Steichen is furious about something. Oh, they picked up the flag, so never mind. He basically just kicked it out of the back of the end zone. So the Raiders will not start at the 40. They will start at the 25. And it's going to be a quick screen to Genty. And Genty gets tackled for a loss of 1 by Latu. Great job by Zaire Franklin to force Genty to come back inside. And Latu was there waiting for him. And that's a loss of 1. Second down at 11, ball at the 24. Shout out to the 850 people watching. Like, comment, subscribe, people. And it's going to be another quick, an out route here, and it's incomplete. Great job by Charvarius Ward, who followed him the whole way. There is a flag, though. They're going to get Ward, I think, for grabbing the face mask. But I don't know. We'll see. They're still discussing it. An eligible man downfield, so it is not on the Indianapolis Colts. And the penalty will be declined, so it'll be 3rd and 11 now for the Raiders. Again, another 3rd and long situation now for the Raiders. 7:14 left in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end on the left. Colts bringing it. Gino. Oh, there's nobody out there to get Genty. And Genty gets the first down. The Colts brought an all-out blitz, but there was nobody on that right side to stop Genty. And they ran a speed option. And once Gino pitched it to Genty, nobody was out there to stop it. Ball's at the 35. Gino, back to throws, just going to dump it to Genty again. Genty gets to the 41, and there's a flag on the play. Going to see if that's either a face mask or a hold. I'm not sure. Yep, they're going to get a face mask on Bashi. Always. Joe Bashi has just been absolutely terrible. The Colts are saying it should be on the Raiders, but the officials are still discussing it. Face mask. Okay, so 2 fouls on the Raiders. A face mask from them, and also a tripping. Are they? Hold on. Or did they just call it the wrong way? No, they called it the wrong way. So it was actually on the defense, but they were pointing offense. So these refs are stupid. 2 receivers to the left, 2 tight ends on the right. Ball is at the 43 of Indianapolis now. And Genty will get to the 39 before being brought down. So that's a gain of 4. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. I hate officials that just don't know how to official. Like, really? Come on. You're pointing at the Raiders saying it's them, but yet it's on the defense. Like, what are we doing? Three receivers to the left, tight ends on the right. Tucker will go in motion. It's going to be play action. Smith under pressure, and Smith is brought down by DeForest Buckner. That is a loss of 7. DeForest Buckner gets back there. Latu didn't fold on the fake at all. And then Smith had to step up, but nobody was open, and Defoe just takes him down. We don't see many DeForest Buckner sacks anymore because he typically gets double teamed. 3rd and 11, ball at the 44 now. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end on the left. That's false. That's delay game. Timeout called. Timeout called by the Raiders. It was going to be a delay of game. Geno Smith saying, Meredith, watch the clock, dude. But a timeout is called. Colts with a 14-3 lead. This Colts linebacker room definitely is not playing very good today. Franklin has been okay, but Bashi, he is getting targeted, dude. He is making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. Honestly, these drives are extending for the Raiders because of Bashi. Check back in on some scores real quick. 10-3 Cowboys over the Jets. 14-6 Giants over the Saints. 17-0 Dolphins over the Carolina Panthers. 10-3 Eagles over the Broncos. And the Texans have a 17-3 lead over the Baltimore Ravens right now. Honestly, can't say I'm too surprised with the amount of injuries that they had. I mean, I'm not surprised. Cody saying, Tarek, I'm terrified at 3rd and long. Dude, you and me both, dude. Yeah, I hope that knee isn't too serious. Yep, right knee injury for Spencer Schrader. Doubtful to return. So we will see. Panthers just scored. Yeah, we need Carlisle back in the worst way, dude. Him and Jones, Jalen Jones, we need them back in the worst way, man. But here we go. 4:46 left in the second quarter. 3rd down and 11. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 14-3, Colts over the Raiders. Colts need a stop. Gino, back to throw. He's going deep with it, and he falls. Trey Tucker has a big one, and the Colts lose it now. Another Colts defender falling on his feet, and Trey Tucker was wide open. We saw this last week. Mekhi Blackman, whoever was last week, it might have been Blackman that week too, but our corners are falling over their own feet and just giving up big plays all the time. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left. It's going to be another quick screen, and it's incomplete. Geno Smith threw it out of the range of Tucker. But Mekhi Blackman falling on his own 2 feet a lot. He needs to be better at that. Second and 10. Ball is at the 11-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 2 to the left now, actually. Empty backfield. Colts bringing it. Gino, no, they bring only 3 back. And it's intercepted by Latu. Grover Stewart knocked it in the air, and Latu comes down with it. His second interception of the year. Latu. Grover Stewart put that big hand up and batted it, and Latu comes down with it. The second interception of the year for the second-year player out of UCLA. Colts defense is a straight-up roller coaster. Dude, you are not wrong. Does Latu have more interceptions than sacks? Yeah, I think so. The Colts will be backed up deep in their own territory now, but it negates a score by the Raiders. Latu was backed up into coverage on the flat route, and then that ball just got batted into the air. It floated in the air for a couple seconds, and then Latu just like a fly ball in baseball, just right underneath it. Couldn't have gotten much easier for him. Home run would be nice. Yeah, definitely. Shout out again to 933 people watching across X and YouTube combined right now. Guys, please keep liking the stream. It helps the algorithm, gets it to more people. Please comment. Please subscribe. All that great stuff. Thank you guys so much for all the love you're showing. If you send a super chat, I will read them all. Thank you guys. And again, shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring this stream. Pete Carroll wanted a early jump on DeForest Buckner, but didn't get it. So the Colts will get the ball at the, the 12-yard line? Looks like the 12-yard line. Jones in the shotgun with Taylor. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Warren on the left as well. It's going to be a pass. Just going to dump it to Pittman. Pittman gets brought down at the 19. So that is a gain of 7. Pittman got back up and kept running, acting like he never actually touched the ground. Yeah, you were down. You were down very easily, Pitt. I don't know why he got back up like that. Second down and 3. 3:20 left in the second quarter. Colts have all 3 timeouts. Receiver on the right, 3 tight end set here. There'll be another handoff for Jonathan Taylor. Taylor can't get anywhere. Stuffed at the line. Tackle was made by number 52, Roberts. This Raiders defense has definitely been very good at not getting pushed back, and the Colts haven't really been able to run the football a lot in this game. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end on the left as well. Ball at the 20. Pittman on motion right now. It's going to be a pass. Jones fires. Caught by Josh Downs down at the 26. That was fired in there. Almost batted away, but Downs makes the great catch and another first down. See if the Colts will let this go down to the 2-minute warning. Man, that thing almost got tipped by number 45, Devin White, the linebacker, but what a dart. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left. See if the Colts hike it. They will. They'll get one more play. Jones looking and fires down to JT. It's incomplete. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Jones was looking for the deep man, but it wasn't open. But 2-minute warning coming up. Second down and 10. Colts with the ball. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's only had 7 carries for 8 yards in this game. That's insane. Colts got to try to find a way to run the football. They got to find a way to. I don't know how, and the Colts haven't had a ton of offensive possessions, but they have not been able to run the football today. Any updates regarding Schrader? Yes, he is doubtful to return with a right knee injury. Yeah, I know. We can't get pushed right now. You're right. Offensive line is struggling right now to move it. Dark Rogue with the $5 super chat. Colts run scheme. Running up the gut hasn't worked the last 5 times. Let's try it again. That sounds very much like the Indianapolis Colts at times. You're right. But the problem is like you're trying to attack these edges, but it's just so hard, because they got good edge guys. But I mean, you got to try to attack the side with Max Crosby. You can't just go away from it, but you have to double team him out there. get in a situation where you feel comfortable being able to move the football. Because obviously right now you're not going to probably run the football. But, you know, in the second half, you're going to have to try to find different ways to run the football. Now, I'd love if the Indianapolis Colts can get another score here before half, because the Raiders are going to get the ball to start the second half. All right. 2-minute warning. 1:58 left in the second quarter. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Jones in the shotgun with Taylor. Tyler Warren catches it close to a first down. And Jones loses it, and there's a flag on the play. We'll see if there's a jump. Yeah, they're going to get the defensive tackle. Yeah, Butler definitely jumped that snap early, and that is definitely an offsides. Butler can deny it all he wants, but he definitely jumped that snap too early. That would probably make Pete Carroll mad, but so what? 1:34 left in the second quarter. Ball at the 40. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Jonathan Taylor out in motion. Jones looking, fires, and he has Doolin. Oh, and he's popped, but he does hold on, and it's at the 40 of the Raiders. And he goes out of bounds too. What a catch by Doolin. The Colts catch him in that zone scheme. The safety, Jeremy Chin, doesn't get over in time. And what a catch by Doolin. Oh, my. And no, they're going to call this back, I think, because I think that foot didn't get down. They are looking at this because I don't think that other foot got down. Jeremy Chin might have got him from getting that second foot down. And so I don't think this is a catch, guys. Again, shout out to the 1,000 people. I don't think Doolin got that other foot in, man. Just looking at it from the replay that I saw, I don't think he got that foot in. He could have, but I from my angle, it didn't look like he got it. He caught it, but the other foot going in, I don't think he caught it. I don't know what the Colts will do if Rigo has to make kicks. I have no idea. Riley Leonard holding kicks. Can't wait to see that. We'll see what happens. What AR kick? That's funny. So, yeah, this other foot, man, I don't think. Oh, yeah, he did get both feet down. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he did get both feet down. But they're saying it's incomplete because I think he was going out of bounds and didn't get both heels down. Jones firing deep. Oh, just over the head of Josh Downs. Oh, Downs was open, but he just overthrew him. Oh, man. Downs was wide open across the seam. Jones couldn't step up into the throw. Man, the Texans are beating up on the Ravens. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the right. Gotta hike it. Hike it. Okay, thank God. Almost didn't get it off. Jones going deep, and Doolin gets held, and there's a flag. Oh, my goodness. Doolin one-on-one. He was held almost the whole way. 1:20 left, and it's going to be an automatic first down. Huge break there for the Indianapolis Colts. Doolin one-on-one on the left side, going up against Kelly, and Kelly got a little handsy there at the end, and the Raiders are trying to say, no, that's over his head and it's uncatchable, but that's the 9th penalty of this first half. Ball is at the 40 of the Raiders now, where Doolin originally caught his other pass. Jones and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. He was intending it for Downs. Booker, the 4th, ends up batting that one down. Downs was open there for a gain of 6 or 7, but great job by Booker to knock that one away. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now. Colts still have all 3 timeouts. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left. He's going to get it to Downs this time, makes one guy miss. Downs gets close to a first down. He's about a yard shy. Now, if I'm the Colts, I run the football here. You still have a minute left. You're at the 31-yard line. And who called a timeout? Timeout is called by the Colts. Okay, so the Colts call their first timeout here. Thank you, Thad. I appreciate that. I mute the game and listen to Derek. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, R. Smith, no doubt, bro. I'm still sick when I think of that game, dude. I sat here and I said that them throws were uncatchable, and yet somehow, some way, they threw them things anyway. So I don't care. That game was rigged. Sanchez is back there getting ready for a kick. Again, if you're the Colts, you want to try to make this as easy as humanly possible if you can help it. Getting it to Jonathan Taylor. Taylor is blocking in front of him, and he makes, and he tries to hurdle someone, gets tackled at the 16, but has a big gain and a first down. The Colts make it look initially like it's a counter trap, but then it's an option. Quentin Nelson seals on the outside with Ogletree, and Jonathan Taylor tried to hurdle the safety, but waited too long. It's going to be another pass here. Jones looking, and it's batted at the line of scrimmage again, this time by Crosby. There has been a lot of those in this game. Crosby comes across trying to do a stunt, and just luckily for him was able to be in the spot where he was trying to hit Pittman at. 2nd down and 10, 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Ball at the 16. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Jones back to throw again. Raiders only bringing 3. Jones gets it to Taylor. He's down at the 10, and a timeout is called by the Indianapolis Colts. Again, the Colts without their main kicker. And if the Colts can't kick field goals, definitely curious on how this impacts them going forward in this. Wonder if the Colts will just try to run the football up the middle of the gut and try to make this as easy as possible for Rigoberto Sanchez, who, if you kicked it from here, this is a 28-yarder. There's 25 seconds left. Ball at the 10. 1 timeout left if you're Indianapolis. Colts with an empty backfield. Now they'll have someone come back here. Ulysses. It's going to be a pass. Jones finds Pittman. He's down at the 4, and a timeout is called by Indy. So there you go. The Indianapolis Colts can go for the end zone here. 1st down and goal. That was their final timeout. Now, the Colts just can't be tackled inbounds. They can be, but they need to spike it to stop the clock from here. I mean, if you're the Indianapolis Colts, you're going to have to go for the end zone, and that's what I'm thinking they're going to do here. So 1st down and goal at the 4-yard line. 20 seconds left. No timeouts for Indy once again. Colts are going to have to try to get a touchdown and get one quick. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left, 2 tight ends on the right in trips. Jonathan Taylor going to motion out right. Jones looking. Jones rolls. Jones fires, and it's caught by Michael Pittman Jr., and it's a touchdown. Indianapolis with another one. Michael Pittman celebrating with Pat and Blue in the end zone. Daniel Jones, again, sends everybody out. Looking for someone in the middle. Wanted to hit Warren. Finds Pittman in the back of the end zone and a diving catch. And a great catch there by Pittman. Beautifully done there. Now, what will the Colts do with the extra point? They're going to go for 2. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. Jones fires. Oh, over the head of Pittman. It was there. I don't know what happened there, but Pittman just couldn't get it. Couldn't secure it. But the Colts did not kick the extra point. It was there. Pittman just wasn't ready for it. Pittman was there. I mean, Jones gave him a chance to catch it. Pittman just a lapse in concentration there. So the Indianapolis Colts didn't kick the extra point. Again, a 17-point lead, but the Indianapolis Colts, they may go for 2-point conversions going forward. Again, Rigoberto Sanchez, who doesn't have to do these kicks. 14 play drive in just over 3.5 minutes. Sanchez kicks it away, just kicks it out of the back of the end zone, which is perfectly fine in this scenario. $300 likes before halftime. Hey, we got over 1,000 people in here across X and YouTube. Everybody, please be sure to hit that like button, please. First down and 10. The Raiders do have 2 timeouts. They have the ball at the 35. They need to get at least 25 yards here to be within range. Gino just dumps it down to his tight end, and he gets to the 50, so that's a 15-yarder, and a timeout is called by the Raiders. That was a lot of room in the middle there. I hate that they did that. No, I can't put time on my screen, guys. I can't do that. It would be too much. 20-3, 8 seconds left. Again, the Raiders trying to get in field goal range here. They need to get close to 10 yards here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the right. Colts not bringing anyone. They are keeping everyone back, and it's caught somehow at the 39, and a timeout is called. And the Raiders are using their final timeout. Beck made an unbelievable grab. And so the Raiders will come out and they'll attempt a 57-yard field goal here. Really long attempt. Come on. And that one is up, and it is no good. He missed it. He missed it right. It had the leg, but he went just right. Yeah, number 6 is hurt, but he's not the one kicking. So the Indianapolis Colts will have a 20-3 lead going into halftime. A passing touchdown from Michael Pittman and Tyler Warren, and a rushing touchdown by Jonathan Taylor. Huge there. Huge. So in Darius Leonard's return, the Indianapolis Colts currently have a 20-3 lead. Sounds like Cody will hop on here in a second, guys. But It's been a rough one at times. The Indianapolis Colts not able to run the football a lot right now, and not having a kicker for this one is definitely going to keep things interesting going into this second half. No, you don't. No, we don't have backup kickers. There's no such thing. No, nobody has backup kickers. That's not a thing. The Colts will likely have to sign another kicker or bring someone up off the practice squad this week. So, depending on the severity of Spencer Schrader's injury. And again, guys, shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring this stream. Right now, the Indianapolis Colts are an 18.5-point favorite to win this game. If you guys are going to take that, you guys should go and do that right now. Or if you're feeling really crazy and you're thinking the Indianapolis Colts will lose this game somehow, you can put money on the money line for the Raiders to win. And if you get that one, you put $1 down and you win $20. Actually, yeah, you win $20 right there. Bring back Pat McAfee. Nah, man, he wouldn't be able to do that. We do not want Matt Gay. Do not mention that name ever again. Gregory, thank you very much. Great job as usual, Derek. Everyone, please like the stream. Go Colts. Absolutely, guys. Everybody listen to him. Oh, looks like Cody is entering the chat. There he is.
Hey.
Cody, you're wearing the shirt, man. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Well, okay, so it's 20-3. Should be 21-3 right now.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the fact that the Colts will likely not have their kicker for the remainder of this game? Do you think that's going to make a big difference here?
Well, not if they keep dominating like this. I mean, but yeah, I mean, it definitely sucks because we know how good Schrader has been for this team, and it just sucks that that had to happen, right? I mean, for both sides, like for the Raiders too, their puncher's out, or AJ Cole got hurt too, so it's just like, dang, a lot of kicker injuries today, a lot of special teams injuries with key guys.
But the only difference is we didn't get a penalty doing ours.
Yeah,
exactly. They roughed ours for no reason.
But yeah, it just stinks for Schrader. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. I mean, we'll just have to see on that. But obviously that sucks. But yeah, if you keep dominating like this, Derek, it won't much matter, especially if you're able to do what you've done and punch it in, which the Colts have done, which is good. That's something they haven't always done this year. So yeah, I would say first half, it's offense I've been pretty content with for the most part.
Hey, yo, Chris, you don't keep 2 active kickers on the roster at any given point, dude. He's saying, you don't know football without saying you don't know football. It's like, what do you mean? They didn't have Spencer Schrader and Matt Gay on the roster at the same time last year.
They may have had him on the practice squad. That's not the
You have him on the practice squad. That doesn't count. Okay, I'm trying to be nice. But clearly you don't know the rules either. Just learn the rules. Anyways, moving to the offense here. Cody, the Daniel Jones, he's looked pretty dang good so far today, man. 16 of 24, so 66% completion percentage, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, both to Tyler Warren and Michael Pittman. Tyler Warren, who gets his first receiving touchdown of the year, and a 110 QBR right now for Daniel Jones. How have you felt about him so far in the first half?
Yeah. And by the way, shout out Michael Pittman's birthday's today. So we got a birthday birthday gift there. Which is great. So yeah, but I've been pretty I've been pretty content, to be honest with you, with how Daniel Jones has looked. I mean, outside of that first drive where the Colts went 3 and out, I mean, I feel like Daniel Jones and this Colts offense, they've been methodical. Like you said, 16 of 24, 2 passing touchdowns, 110 QB rating. He's spread the ball around, like we said. Josh Downs, who we haven't talked about, he has been critical today. And, some other guys, like you said, Warren with his first receiving touchdown. He had his first rushing touchdown a week ago. So that's now 2 for Tyler Warren on the season. And then, like you said, Michael Pittman Jr. on his birthday catches a touchdown. And that was a great job by Daniel Jones in that rollout to find Michael Pittman, and Pittman with a great catch there. So, overall, I've been really happy with this Colts team. And I think it definitely, Derek, shows the importance of getting a player like Matt Gonsalves back on your offensive line. The Raiders have not really even touched Daniel Jones in this first half. So Colts have done a really good job of protecting DJ in that first half.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely, for the most part, keeping him clean. He has had a couple times he's been touched, but so far, not really having any issues when it comes to sacks and whatnot. But the one thing, though, the Colts have not been able to run the football, Cody. Jonathan Taylor on that last drive for the Indianapolis Colts, that 16-yard run that he had, that was 2/3 of his rushing yards so far this half. Outside of that, 7 carries for 8 yards. So this is about as non-productive as you can possibly imagine for Jonathan Taylor in a half. It doesn't get much lower than this.
No.
So, I mean,
Derek,
what do you think the Colts need to do to get that going?
Yeah, that's a great question. I feel like they didn't really run it. Like, they didn't have a lot of success, but, JT, he had 8 carries in this first half. So, I just think they need to, and they really haven't had I don't really think they've had to do it, Derek, much, because they've been able to throw it all over the Raiders all day long. But I would like to see them get, like you said, more than 3 yards per carry, get a little bit more efficient in those ways and everything like that. But, I mean, I got to say, Derek, one thing that always brings me joy is seeing Big Q pulling out on the right and clearing a path for JT. So that was great. So.
Yeah, hopefully the Colts will be able to figure something out in the second half to get Jonathan Taylor.
And we saw this, to be fair, Derek, we saw this, I think, a week ago, right? I know they didn't give him a ton of carries, but I felt like we've seen this before where JT will take over in the second half. So I'm hopeful that if the Colts offense can continue to sustain drives, they can get JT going, wear down this Raider defense a little bit, because the Raiders do have some, Max Crosby obviously is a stud on that defensive edge, and Braden Smith's had his issues with him so far, at least in terms of the run game today. So hopefully they can figure that out, maybe get some double teams, get Warren over there on him and help out with that. But yeah, I mean, so far the running game's probably been by far the biggest issue, but still, like, I feel fine. I think if they keep chugging away, Derek, they're eventually going to get it. I just think they will. So I think, you just got to come out, do that again. I think the Colts will be on defense, right? If I'm not mistaken. Here,
they're starting defense.
Yeah. So I'm looking for JT to have a better second half here. They're going to try to get him going. They kind of milk that clock, extend these drives. So I think JT will get a couple. I do.
I agree. Normally in that second half, the Colts tend to figure things out a lot better in the second half and finding ways to get him
Matt,
moving a little bit. So
Matt was asking me, how do I feel about the defense? To be honest, Derek, you got to get another linebacker. Like, Joe Bashi is unplayable at this point. Like, the dude cost you how many he cost you that kick return touchdown, which didn't matter because you ultimately scored, but still.
He is the sole reason why the Raiders even got that first 3 points on that first drive anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And he almost gave them more points by freaking committing 2 penalties in the same play.
And you know what was funny, Cody? I saw that play and the ref called it on the Raiders. He was pointing at the Raiders. The Raiders did it, but yet was actually meaning no, it was the defense. So I hate these refs already. The hold that they had against us where Doolin had that touchdown on the kickoff, that was a bogus that was definitely a bogus.
I understand
hold.
that, but it's not even you're in the play, so don't even give them a reason. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Don't even like that's my thing with.
Well, I mean, but I mean, he doesn't know he's not in the play, right? Like, I mean, obviously, hindsight, we look at it and say, "Oh, you're not in the play. Why'd you even make that play?" Well, he doesn't know he's not in the play. But I understand what you're saying. It just sucks that like what wasn't a part of the play is getting called when it didn't matter, right?
Yeah.
And especially something so ticky-tack. I mean, that really wasn't good.
Yeah.
But the defense overall, it's been a complete bend but don't break type of defense.
Somebody's got to get Mekhi Blackman some new shoes at halftime. This dude
dude. Oh my God, that dude keeps tripping over himself.
Twice.
All the time.
And he got lucky. He got bailed out on that Latu interception, but
yes, he did. Shout out to Latu, who has more interceptions on the year than he does sacks.
Yeah. He's just in the right place at the right time a couple times.
Yes, he always is.
But overall, you got bailed out by a couple things there. But overall, I think that I was like, this could be a long day after that first drive. And you're fortunate you were able to force them into only kicking 3 there and settling for 3 because they were driving on you. Your defense just looked a little confused. But to their credit, I feel like for the most part, they were cleaning it up in that, from then on. There was a couple times where there were some things, but
Colts coming back out now.
Okay. But and so overall, it's offense I thought was good. There's things to clean up, especially in the run game. Defense was fine outside of that first drive and a couple things to clean up. But yeah, I mean, you're dominating like I hoped you would, which is good. And hopefully, man, your defense doesn't come out like the start of the first quarter there, and they can get a 3 and out or something. So
yep, definitely. All right, Cody. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be back. I'm sure we'll talk about the post game here in a little bit.
Absolutely. See you, man.
All right. See you.
All right, guys. Let's see here. Yep, there we go. So 950 of you in here right now. Please keep liking the stream, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel. Thank you so much. Raiders get the ball starting at the 26. 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends on the left. Geno Smith is going to hand it off to Genty. Genty breaks 1 tackle, gets the first down, tackled by Bynum, gets to the line. Again, it's the Colts at the 2nd and 3rd level missing tackles. And Boshi's just getting blown up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left. Genty going to get another handoff. He's not going to get much this time. Gets a yard, maybe 2. But yeah, this is a team that the defensive line it has its ups and downs, but it has some good ups. But the linebacker room itself is really bad for the Indianapolis Colts right now. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Geno under center. Tight end motion back to the line. It's going to be play action. Geno has time. There's going to be a flag thrown in the backfield and caught and tackled immediately is Genty by Ward. There is a flag thrown. I think they might get a hold on them, so you should take that penalty. Why are you declining the penalty? Are you stupid? No way. Why are you declining that penalty? It's unless it's not okay, so it's 3rd and 9 actually. I thought it was more like 3rd and 6, but still, why would you not take that penalty? mean, it would have been 2nd down and 19. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Why are you declining that penalty anyway? Smith has to throw it. It's going deep, and it's incomplete. No flag, no flag. So 3 and out. Still cannot believe they didn't take that penalty. I understand, but like in that circumstance, and he's wide open. I mean, that tight end is wide open in the middle of the field, and yet Geno Smith didn't throw it. I mean, they would have given up an easy 1st down and then some. Carlson has to kick this one away, and that is not a great punt, and it goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line for the Colts. Again, the punter, Cole, that normally does it is hurt, so because it makes it 2nd and 19 instead of 3rd and 9. It's much easier to get a 3rd and 9. Everybody keep liking the stream. Dustin, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. We got lucky that we didn't get picked on harder with that one. Who do we play next week? We play the Cardinals next week. Just over 1,000 people watching across X and YouTube combined right now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you all. But 20-3, Colts with the lead, and they are getting the ball. And again, the Houston Texans just absolutely destroying the Ravens right now. 31-3. It is pretty empty in Baltimore right now. I'll be completely honest. Yes, we know the Colts have had a lot of quarterbacks. 11 different starting quarterbacks since 2019, the 2nd most in the NFL. Here we go. 12:57 left in the 3rd quarter. Jones under center, ball at the 32. It's going to be a toss. JT fumbles it, but somehow gets it back and gets a gain of a yard. JT fumbled the toss. It was a good toss, but he fumbled it and was able to get it on the bounce. Thank God. It's not been a great day for the Colts running the football. And again, it's self-inflicted stuff like that too. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jones in the shotgun. Jones has time, fires, and it's incomplete. Just overthrew Doolin, who got lit up as the ball got there. Couple of throws today where Jones has been just a tick off. It's just been a little bit off. Just out of the reach of Doolin. Doolin got hit in the head on that play. I mean, I can't believe there was no flag for that. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Taylor in the shotgun. Jones has time. Jones fires. It's caught by Doolin down at the 46 of Vegas. Comes back with that one this time. And that is the first official reception for Ashton Doolin in this game. Crazy. They've been targeting Ashton Doolin a bunch in this game, but Doolin hasn't yet had a chance to actually make a catch. And there he does. 11:40 in the third quarter. Colts in Las Vegas territory. We play action here. Jones just going to dump it to JT, who gets to the 39. That's a gain of 7. See, that's those types of plays that you were missing last year and the last couple years with Anthony Richardson at quarterback. You were missing the guy that could, when there wasn't anything open down the field, not trying to push it and just taking what was the easy stuff in front of you. Jonathan Taylor can catch it, make one guy miss, and get you some decent yardage. 3 tight end set here for the Indianapolis Colts. They're going to hand it off. JT with a good run here and brought down at the 27-yard line. That is a gain of 16 and another first down. Some great seal blocks here. Again, the line moves down towards the right, and the tight ends just pick up everybody on the left side of the line, and Jonathan Taylor doesn't even get touched until he gets tackled 15 yards down the field. 2 tight end set here. Receiver on the right and left. Colts going to run it again. Jonathan gets a couple, gets 3 on the run. Ryman picks him up. Colts in field goal range, but we already know the Indianapolis Colts, they're going to have a difficult time with their kicker being out. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 9:40 left in the third quarter, 2nd down and 7. Jones in the shotgun. Jones just going to fire to Downs. Downs makes one guy miss and gets the first down, gets 8. Josh Downs, again, the leading receiver for the Indianapolis Colts in this game, has been making most of the yards on yards after catch. Downs just sitting in the zone, makes the linebacker miss, and he's just so shifty. Ball's at the 16-yard line. 2 tight end set. It's going to be another run here for Jonathan Taylor. Taylor makes one guy miss, gets to the 12, so that's a gain of 4. Great run there by Jonathan Taylor. Looked like he was going to get maybe 1 yard, but made the linebacker miss. That's not Jermaine Pratt. That's Devin White. Three tight ends set on the right and a receiver on the left. Jones under center, 2nd down and 6. It's going to be another run here for Jonathan Taylor. Taylor breaks through it and gets down at the 5. No, the 4 actually, and that's a gain of 8 and another first down. The Colts are rolling. 8 minutes left to go. The Colts, again, are just going to roll Quentin Nelson outside. He breaks that one gap open, and Jonathan Taylor just follows. That's a deadly combination and had to be chased down by Devin White. First down and goal at the 4. 2 receivers to the left, 2 tight ends on the right. Warren's going to motion now. Jonathan Taylor follows. Taylor down at the 1.5-yard line. Tackle was made by Roberts. Colts with over 40 rushing yards on this drive alone, I think, which is more yards than Jonathan Taylor had in the entire first half. And the Colts have made it an effort to run the football on this drive, and it is working. Second down and goal. 3 tight end set. They bring in an extra offensive lineman. It's going to be another run for JT. JT gets it. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor with another one. And it is 28-3, Indianapolis. Danny Gilbert becoming a moderator as he becomes the newest member of Bring the Juice. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, Danny. Touchdown for Jonathan Taylor, his second of the day. And the Colts, will they go up 26-3 or will they go up 28-3? They're going to go for 2 again because Rigoberto Sanchez is not their kicker. Jones hits Warren, and it's an easy 2-point conversion. It is 28-3, but there's a flag on the play. Hold on. Never mind. It's going to come back. Are they serious? They're going to get Tyler Warren for the offensive pass interference. Are you kidding me? Dude. Are you kidding me? That is so trash. Dude, for anyone that seriously watches that and wonders, that is the worst. What? What is that? That is insane, dude. How's that even a flag? Are you kidding me? Steichen is beside himself. Tyler Warren gets called for the pass interference, even though the guy never falls and never even does anything. But nevertheless, the Indianapolis Colts are going to try and go for the 2-point conversion again from the 12-yard line. Jones, back to fire, just gets it to Pittman, and that will be no good. So the Colts will now be up 26-3. Danny, thank you so much for being a member. I'm so sorry you came in and did that and had to experience this at a low moment. That was absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous of a BS play. I can't even speak. What is that? Sorry, Cole. I didn't mean to wake you. That was so bad, guys. That was so bad. I can't even. That is just so bad. Ali Bazzi with the membership as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Go Colts. Appreciate you. Ali, I made you a member or not a member, moderator as well. Thank you so much. I guess Warren has to run his routes with his arms down at his sides. Bro, literally. Sanchez can't kick a 1-pointer. Dude, I mean, it's like it's a 35-yard field goal. It's not from the 3-yard line like it used to be. It's a 35-yard field goal at this point. And to be completely honest, he may not be able to. It's hard. People think it's easy, but it's not. Literally, dude. But Jonathan Taylor just had 33 yards rushing on that drive, which is 24 more than he did the entire first half, Cole. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Jonathan Taylor has arrived. Yeah, true. The last thing you want is for your punter to also get injured on the same game. Yeah, no doubt. That's a great point, too. I never would even thought about it that way, but you're right. I mean, what are the chances? If your kicker did, in fact, get hurt on the same exact thing, don't take the chance. He's your last line of defense to be able to kick the football. And they'll return it, bring it down at the 30. Tackle made by Ajak and Adetomiwa. And the Raiders will come back out after the 3-and-out on their last drive. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Three receivers to the right, a tight end on the left. Bunch formation. Tucker will motion. It's going to be a handoff for Genty. Genty gets to the 34-yard line before being brought down. That's a gain of 4. Neville Gallimore on the tackle. Raiders going in hurry up. 2 receivers to the left, 1 on the right, tight end on the right. Gino, and it's intercepted! Mekhi Blackman, he's still going! Mekhi Blackman, and it's a pick 6! Mekhi Blackman with the pick 6! Are you kidding me? Mekhi Blackman, the second interception of the game for the Colts, and it's a pick 6, and Geno Smith is beside himself. Throws his helmet down in frustration. Mekhi Blackman read Geno Smith all the way, jumped the route on Thornton Jr., and with some help blocking down the field, Mekhi Blackman, did he stay in bounds? Oh no, he stepped out at the 10. Oh no, he stepped out multiple times. Mekhi Blackman, why you gotta do that to me? But nevertheless, it's still an interception. I'm sorry, guys. It looked like a pick 6. He stepped out of bounds. Stepped out at the 10, though. Dang it. They're actually saying he stepped out at the 6. So, here we go. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be another handoff. This time, I can't even tell who that is. Is that Ulysses? Looks like Bentley. Number 26. Is that Ulysses? Second down and goal. Just under 6 minutes. Ball's at the 2. Going to hand it off again. And it is a touchdown. Touchdown, Indianapolis. No, that's not Bentley. Amir Abdullah. Oh, okay. We called up Amir Abdullah. At least he makes up for his slip today. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. But the Indianapolis Colts get a pick, and Abdullah scores another touchdown for the Indianapolis Colts. Colts will go for the 2-point conversion here. Jones tried to find Warren, but Warren slipped. But it will now be 32-3. Indianapolis. Looks like I gave Vegas too much credit. Yeah, dude, I gave Vegas way too much credit. Holy cow, dude. JT and DJ going to be sitting on the bench if we get another one. Yeah, we might see Anthony Richardson come out at this rate, boys and girls. Let's go. Love it, man. Yeah, if we don't beat ourselves on the 2-point conversion, the refs will beat us on the 2-point conversion. The game, yeah. Honestly, it should be 35-3 right now, but you're right. I mean, we haven't been able to because of that. Justin Woods with the membership as well. Welcome to Got Juice, Justin Woods. Hey, listen, thank you to everyone that is becoming new members here. Danny Gilbert, Ali Bazi, Justin Woods. Thank you guys so much for being members of this channel. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all so much. It really means a lot. Well, if you had the Colts as favorites to win this game by more than 7, you're feeling pretty good right now. If you had the Colts winning this game by 20, you're feeling pretty good right now. Guys, so for anyone that's wondering why the Colts are not kicking extra points, first of all, it's a 35-yard kick, and he's not used to kicking extra points or kicks at all for that matter. And second of all, it's much safer in the offense's hands to have that happen than to be off filter with that kicker that isn't used to kicking things, right? And third, you don't want to take a chance on the kicker getting hurt here because Rigo is the last guy that kicks anything for us. Dark Rogue also joining the Pass the Juice community. Again, 4 new memberships in this stream alone. Y'all are going crazy, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love it. Ultimately, what's happening right now for the Indianapolis Colts, they are trying to be safe and not put Rigo in any severe chance decision if they can help it. Because, again, he's the last guy to kick, and it's safer in the hands of our offense than in the hands of a kicker that is not used to kicking things. So just better if we don't do that. And anyone that's wondering, Schrader is not in right now because Schrader got hurt. So 5:49 left in the third quarter. The Colts with a nearly 30-point lead on the Raiders right now. Three receivers to the left, tight end on the right. Ball's at the 35 to start on this drive. After the touchback in the end zone. It's going to be a toss for Genty. Genty gets to the 41 before being brought out by Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner. Zaire Franklin almost shot that gap and got him, but could have probably been a hole, but they chose not to. Hi, Cold Blue. 5:20 left in the third. Ashton Genty, another run there. Shotgun now with Geno. It's going to be another run here. Halfback draw. And gets stuffed after a gain of 2 by DeForest Buckner. Whew! That was a beautiful tackle there by DeForest Buckner. He sheds the left guard, and then Genty had no chance against Defoe. Third down and 1. One receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Or 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left as well. Geno under center. He's going to take it himself, and he doesn't get it. Zaire Franklin stuffs him at the line of scrimmage. Geno Smith did not get it. And it is going to be 4th down. And the Raiders are going to have to go for it. They're down by 30. So I'm not surprised. DeForest Buckner didn't get stuffed at the line and stopped Geno. Same formation here for the Raiders. And they are going to run it with Genty. And Genty doesn't get it. Genty doesn't get it. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. And the Colts are going to get it at the Vegas 44. The Raiders did not get it. Grover Stewart in the middle stuffs the center, and then they couldn't go anywhere with it. And every single Colt player just jumps on Genty. And Beck was late getting to his blocking assignment, and it stopped Genty right in his tracks. The Indianapolis Colts with the 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry. Excuse me. It's an old house, and sometimes I forget that if it's an old house, it makes noises, and sometimes I have to check on things, but all is good. We might see Anthony Richardson come in here at some point, boys. We might. Cody, shut up, dude. Get off of here. But it is 32-3. Just a couple minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Daniel Jones still in. Most of the starters still in. Daniel Jones back to pass. He's going deep. And Ashton Doolin caught at the 10. Contested catch. Ashton Doolin. I mean, the Colts are just making it look easy, ladies and gentlemen. A little play action. Doolin had to actually come back. He had a step on the corner the whole way. But what a catch by Ashton Doolin, who has been taking over receiving responsibilities today, folks. 3 tight end set. It's going to be another run here for Jonathan Taylor, who gets a gain of 4. He's a good boy. Daniel Jones, 20 of 29 for 212 yards and 2 touchdowns so far today. Colts have had 5 red zone possessions and 5 touchdowns. It's going to be another run here for Jonathan, and he's going to walk in, and it is another touchdown, and the Colts are piling it on. Is making it look easy right now for the Indianapolis Colts. It's just another halfback zone. Tanner Bortolini pulls, and Jonathan Taylor doesn't even get touched on his way to the end zone. That is the 3rd rushing touchdown for Jonathan Taylor in this game. And the offensive line is loving it. The Colts will go for the 2-point conversion again. 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends on the right. Jones under center. They're going to toss it to JT again, and JT is going to walk in again and doesn't even get touched. 40-3, Colts over Raiders. The Colts are just making it look easy right now, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on with Twitter, bro? I'm so pissed. Literally, Twitter is just absolutely bugging right now. I'm trying to freaking text somebody on messages, and it's just messing with me. Yeah, honestly, in this 4th quarter, you might see a lot of I mean, you'll probably see Anthony Richardson in the 4th quarter. I'm not going to lie. Easy. I mean, at this point, why even have the offensive starters in? There's no shot that this Raiders offense is going to put up 37 points in a quarter. It's not happening. They're going to put the second string in the 4th quarter for sure. Colty, we're doing so good, buddy. Jeez, dude. You have the entire Colts team just on your fantasy? Well, you're doing good today. Yeah, Makai, if you want to be extra specific, yes, Daniel Jones has had a couple of misses in on a couple of those deep routes. I agree. But and also in retrospect, he's throwing to a guy also in Ashton Doolin. He's not used to throwing the football to, right? So, and if I'm not mistaken, guys, outside of that first drive for the Indianapolis Colts, where they went 3 and out, I'm fairly certain that the Colts have scored on every drive after that. I'm fairly certain. Two receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Appreciate that, Memphis. Gino back to throw. Under pressure. Gino just going to run out of Tommy Waugh. Gets him at the line of scrimmage. That looked like a sack. It's close, but there is a flag on the play. We'll see what happens here. 2:14 left in the third quarter. Holding on the offense. So they're going to back them up again. Nothing going right for the Las Vegas Raiders. That first drive where they scored 3 points and the drives have just not looked good for the Las Vegas Raiders since. So JT Tuimuluau was the one that was held on that play. First down and 20. 3 receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Gino back to throw. Fires. It's caught by Trey Tucker, pushed out of bounds after a gain of, I think, 10. $1:35 left in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gino fires. It is caught and hit right away by Mekhi Blackmon, who fell again. Mekhi Blackmon just falls all the time, dude. I hate it. Yes, if we could trade for Max Crosby, our D-line would be scary. You are not wrong. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the right. Third down and 4 coming up. Ball at the 40. Raiders 40. Colts bringing it. Gino has to throw it quickly. Incomplete. There is a flag thrown late. Mekhi Blackmon is going to get called for the pass interference. Yeah, Blackmon doing way too much with his hands. Yeah, he's doing way too much. So it was pass interference and a face mask as well by Mekhi Blackmon. So not a good rep there from Mekhi Blackmon. It's one of the first signs of life for the Raiders in this entire game. Y'all remember when the Colts played every game with a 1-possession lead or down? Yeah, I remember those times. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end on the left. Ball is at the 39 of Indy now. It's going to be a quick screen. Tight end has room, but great tackle there by Ajak, who was being blocked, but yet still was able to make that tackle after a gain of 5. Jarvis, I agree with you, man. Adrian Peterson was the ultimate specimen, dude. He was elite. Quick huddle here. And the running back falls. That is Mosert, who gets maybe 2 on the carry. And that is going to end the third quarter. The Indianapolis Colts with a 40 unanswered points. The Colts with a big lead going into the final quarter. Cody saying Ajak needs to be the other linebacker right now. Yeah, no doubt. Just won $800 with JT's 3 TDs. Love that, bro. The Giants offense today. Touchdown, touchdown, punt, punt, fumble, fumble, fumble. That's insane, dude. I'm thinking it's AR time in this quarter, dude. I don't think Daniel Jones should play anymore. I'll be honest. Let's look at some scores around the league quick. 30-6 Cowboys over the Jets as they go into the fourth quarter. Saints with a 24-6 or 26-14 lead at the beginning of the fourth quarter for them. Dolphins leading 17-13 starting the fourth quarter. Eagles winning 17-3 over the Broncos as they end the third quarter. Texans blowing out the Ravens 41-10 as they're midway through the fourth quarter. I know I predicted Jacksonville to win this game next on Monday, but I hope they don't. I really hope they don't. Because then the Colts will have a one-game lead again in the division. And I like that. We'll be 2 games ahead of the Texans. We'll be 1 game ahead of Jacksonville. Would love that. What do you mean you're crazy for wanting the backups in already? It's the fourth quarter. It's the fourth quarter and you're up by 37. Not the backups on the defense, the backups on the offense. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Third and 4. Starting the fourth quarter now. Colts showing blitz, but they're not. And it's going to be a slip screen, and Charvarius Ward, doesn't make the tackle, but he is still short of the line of gain. Zaire Franklin and Ajak make the final blow. But it is 4th and 1, and the Raiders will go for it here. Great job by Ward, but Ward just not able to finish the tackle. See if the Colts can get another stop here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Geno under center. It's going to be a pass. He's got him open, and he does catch it going out of bounds at the 23. I know they won't put the backups in, but I'm just wanting them to. At least just put AR in. Just at least put AR in. That's all I want. First down and 10. 3 receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Mostert in the backfield with Geno. It's going to be another pass. Geno fires and finds Myers out there for a gain of 5. Again, in this game where the Raiders did not have Mayer or Bowers in this game, we're looking for somebody else to take advantage, but they just couldn't. One receiver to the left and right, 2 tight ends on the left. It's going to be play action. Geno going deep, and it's almost picked off. Nick Cross should have had it. He threw it right to Nick Cross, and it went right into his hands. Oh, Nick, make that interception, dude. Bynum saw it the whole way, and he underthrew him, and Nick Cross had it, but Nick just couldn't hold on. Yeah, but the thing is, Geno Smith is not Peyton Manning. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gino under pressure. Gino going to just run it himself. There's a flag thrown right at around the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I know. I want to see him beat up on him too. I just don't want anyone to get hurt. There's a flag. Let's see what it is. Thinking it's on the defense. I'm going to get Zaire Franklin on this. Yep, Zaire just blew up the tight end. So that'll be first down and goal. Raiders might get their first chance at a touchdown since the opening drive. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, tight end on the left. Gino gets sacked at the 19. Zaire Franklin. Oh, man. What a big play. Zaire Franklin doing the Shaq celebration, man. Love it. You know Leonard gonna love that one, man. Love that. That's the third sack for the Colts today. Gonna be another pass. Gino. And incomplete. No flag thrown. Great coverage by Lamons, who was all over Myers. Yeah, Zaire doing the Darius Leonard dance. I love it, dude. I love that shit, dude. That's so good. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Christopher Taylor, hold on a second. Gino going deep again. Incomplete. Tried it again for Myers, and Lamons knocked it out of his hands. Fourth down and goal at the 19. Put AR in now. No Leonard this game. No risky business, or let AR be the one to go for 2 points. I'm down for anything. Omega Sci-Fi until we die. There's nothing to me. Oh, my Omega Sci-Fi, same frat as Shaq. Oh, I love that. They are going for the 37-yarder. And that kick barely squeezes in. But the Raiders tack on 3 more, but get sit, and now 6. 40-6. Guys, my brother got engaged, man. Freaking love it, man. Freaking love it. I love today, man. Today's so great. Love it, man. So happy, dude. My brother gets engaged. So happy for him, man. Both him and I are both engaged at the same time, dude. Insane. Oh, I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the kind words there. Appreciate that. That Verizon commercial is disturbing. Which one? I can't remember what you're talking about. Jacob with a $5 super chat. You and your brother go buy your fiance some breadsticks. I love it, Jacob. Thank you so much for that super chat. That made my day, dude. Oh, that made my day, bro. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. That's hilarious. Thank you. Doggone Happy Vintage Antiques by Jane Newhouse with the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much again for that $5 super chat. Thank you, guys. Tracy saying, bro, I'm all the way in Alaska and just want to say I appreciate your channel and all your Colts content. I watch every day, bro. Keep it up. Thank you very much, good sir. I greatly appreciate it. Doolin's going to return it, get brought down at the 17. Christopher Taylor, $5. I'm doubling it up. I'm doubling it, Jacob. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Again, shout out to the 1,100 people watching across YouTube and X right now. Anthony Richardson is in the game, folks. Daniel Jones' day is done. The Indianapolis Colts are bringing in Anthony Richardson as the quarterback. One receiver to the right and left. Two tight ends on the right. Giddens going to run it and gets pushed forward to the 21-yard line. Ball was at the 18, so that's a gain of 3. Dark Rogue with the $5 super chat. Thank you, guys. Get the family the order of breadsticks. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are great. Love all of you. Thank you so much. I hope Anthony will get a chance to throw the football here a little bit. But a couple of backups in right now for the Colts. Everyone except Gonsalves. Backups everywhere, though. Ball to 21. Richardson going to hand it off to Giddens. Giddens, a good run here, and gets brought down at the 30. That is a gain of at least 8, and that's a first down. Thank you all again so much. It's been a great Sunday. I'm loving it, man. Two receivers to the left, two tight ends on the right. It's going to be another run here. Giddens getting it again. And Giddens just following his offensive line. Keeps going. A gain of 7. DJ Giddens. Kava 2 with the $2 super chat. I just want to tell everyone, all y'all ugly. Come on, man. Why you got to be so negative? Why you got to throw that in there? Don't listen to him, guys. You all are beautiful, all right? You're beautiful souls. Thank you to everybody in here today. Don't listen to what Kava's saying out here. And it's going to be a throw, but it's batted up. Anthony Richardson catches the own deflection, and it's still going and brought down at the 45. Anthony Richardson was trying to throw a pass to A.D. Mitchell in the flat. It got bounced in the air by Max Crosby, but Anthony Richardson caught the deflection at the 41 and kept going at the 46. Anthony Richardson, look at that. That was a wild sequence. He gets brought down at the 47 after another first down. 8:30 left in the fourth quarter. It's going to be another run here for Giddens. Giddens gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Won't be going anywhere. Just how Steichen drew it up. I mean, it's a completion and it's a catch by him, man. I mean, that's a reception and a catch on the score chart for Anthony Richardson, brother. That is. Second down and 10. 7:50 left in the fourth quarter. Richardson under center. 3 tight end look on the right. Gould out on the left. Going to be a handoff to Giddens again, who gets maybe 2. Brought down by Crosby. Third down and 8 coming up. Will the Colts actually throw the football here? He's lined up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball at the 48. Richardson back to throw. Richardson going deep. And it's incomplete. Not even close. I don't know what happened there. A.D. Mitchell. There is a miscommunication on Mitchell and Richardson. Richardson thought he was supposed to go deep, and Mitchell came back on a comeback route. So somebody messed up there, but it's an incomplete pass. And the Colts will have to punt. And a flag is thrown. Unless it was a timeout. Delay a game by the Colts. Yeah, somebody messed up on where it was supposed to go, but and I'm fairly certain it was AD that missed it. Rigo. Back to punt. Gets it away. Fair call at the 11. So 7 minutes left in this game. Colts still with a 40-6 lead over the Las Vegas Raiders. Panthers finally went ahead of the Dolphins. Nice. My dog has been down here for most of the time, just chilling right there. Ashton Doolin, wide receiver 4. Your thoughts, Derek? I mean, why? Why not? I mean, Ashton Doolin has been great today. I mean, ignore the targets for a second though. Like Ashton Doolin has had numerous targets where it should have been a catch, but either got held or that one catch where he caught it on the sideline, but they said he didn't get his heels down because he was falling backwards. That's stupid. He's actually leading the team in yards in this thing right here, which is crazy. Overall, I mean, it was just a day where like nobody really dominated. But Doolin had a good day, though. Doolin had a good day. Downs had a good day. Warren and Pittman. I mean, you go all the way down the freaking board, dude. I mean, crazy. I mean, Doolin's been great today. No doubt. Doolin's been incredible. Ball at the 11. 6:45 left in the fourth quarter for the Raiders. They're going to run the football, and Ebukam almost looked like he knocked the ball out almost, but Mostert gets maybe a yard. Forex, I love that, dude. It's so funny. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Gino just dumps it to his tight end, makes one guy miss, and gets pushed out finally at the 21, but it is a first down. That's Thomas. Again, shout out to the over 1,000 people watching across X and YouTube right now. Please be sure to like the stream, guys, wherever you're watching. Comment and subscribe if you haven't already. The support has been great. And shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring this stream. Thank you guys so much. Gino back to throw again, and it's caught, but he is tackled immediately by Lamons. That is a gain of 5, though. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, tight end on the left. Gino back to throw. It is caught. Well, yeah, the Colts aren't really trying very hard to go get pressure, especially with their backups being in right now. Gino back to throw, caught by Beck. And he gets to the first down marker. Miami retakes the lead. Gosh darn it. I want the Panthers to win. Mike. What movie is that again, man? I know what it is. I forget what the name of that movie is. Tell me again. Because I've seen it. I just don't remember the name. Broncos winning? No shot. Wow. Oh, Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. And Mostert gets close to a first down here. 3rd down and 1. Just under 3 minutes left. And again, the Raiders just getting blown out in Indianapolis. Indianapolis showing that Geno back to throw, and it's behind his receiver, but somehow still catches it. And that's enough for a first down. Let's go, Denver. Yes. Come on, Denver. Win it. Genty had 100 overall yards today, but not rushing yards. Ended up having 109 total yards. And that's the 2-minute warning. Come on, Broncos. Get it, man. Get it. Nah, screw the Eagles. Nobody pick no Eagles. Eric, I picked them earlier to win because I've been picking AFC South opponents all week, but I don't want them to win. I don't want them to win because if they do win, then they're going to still be tied with us. So I would love if they would go down and we would end up having so that way we would end up a 1-game lead on them. Yeah, right now the Colts don't really have starters in right now. So can't say I'm surprised because, you're up by so much. I just love the Colts continue to prove Nick Wright wrong. Does he keep doubting them? I haven't seen anything about Nick Wright, about the Colts. What a year to be a Colt, unreal. Yeah, for real, man. It's been that kind of year to start out. Hope the Colts keep it up, man. He picks against us every week. Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised, I guess. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end on the right. Geno, back to throw. It's going to be a slip screen, and it's caught, but he is just shy of a first down. Yeah, we hold it's a tie, but we have the better AFC record than the Jags do. So that makes it hard on them if we have the tiebreaker, because in the division, we're about the same. So overall, yes, we would have the tiebreaker over them at the moment. But if they lose to the Chiefs, Mostert gets the first down, by the way. Alec Pierce back next week. He probably will be. Again, he practiced all week, but just wasn't able to clear the protocol all the way. Darius needs to come to practice and teach that peanut punch. Dude, that was a talent, man. That was a talent. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ball at the 16. Less than a minute to go. Raiders trying to get a touchdown. Geno under pressure, and Ebukam gets the sack. Sack number 4 for the Indianapolis Colts. Ebukam just with a simple bull rush on the left tackle. Geno doesn't move up into the pocket, and Ebukam gets right to him. 4th sack of the game. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Tight end on the left. It's going to be a run here for Mostert. Mostert gets tackled by Gallimore at the 19. That's a gain of at least 4. And that is going to end the game. And the Indianapolis Colts win in dramatic fashion, blowing out Pete Carroll and the Raiders. Raiders drop to 1-4, and the Indianapolis Colts improve their record to 4-1. After another fantastic performance by both the offense and the defense, Raiders score the first 3 points. The Colts score 40 unanswered. And then the Raiders score 3 middle of the third quarter. Then after that, there wasn't anything left to do. Yeah, Matthew, we saw. Or at least I saw. Are we Super Bowl contenders? I don't know, man, but I don't want to give myself that yet, but no doubt this team is different than in years past. I mean, again, you're blowing out these bad teams right now, and, you know, it's exactly what you want to do, and you're playing well against good teams, too. But fantastic so far. Hopefully, the Indianapolis Colts, hopefully the Jacksonville Jaguars lose on Monday, and the Colts will have a one-game lead over the Jacksonville Jaguars for the rest of the division. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Again, shout out to everyone that tuned in. Thank you so much. Shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring this stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Your love was very much appreciated, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to all the new members. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to people who have been members, who have been subscribers. Thank you to everybody that chatted with me today. Love all of you. Thank you guys so much. Glad we got to watch a dominant Colts performance, winning 40-6, coming back home against the Raiders. That'll do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good rest of your Sundays. And as always, go Colts.